redressal mechanism. We have also requested you in the chat box to put your name and organization name. I will also request everyone to kindly keep yourself mute unless you are speaking. And also we have shared a link of WhatsApp group we are creating for exclusively for GRO officers of our member institutions. Now I will request our Deputy Director and Head of SRO, Mr. Chandan Thakur, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Sri. Good afternoon, everyone, and we welcome you at this consultation meet. We all know the importance of grievance redressal mechanism, and this is something with growing importance with of this grievance redressal mechanism, how to ensure this customer grievance redressal, the focus from the RBI side. This is a new initiative of Sa-Dhan wherein we want to interact with the GROs of our member institutions, how they are, ensuring the regulatory compliance vis-a-vis the GRM part. There have been various new regulations as well in the last couple of months. We all know, like we as a sector, we deal with underprivileged community, unbanked community, and considering their background, they are not well educated. They are more prone to many unethical or those activities which is not prescribed or suggested by the Reserve Bank of India. And considering this, it is more important at our end to ensure that our sound grievance redressal mechanism is at place and we all are complying with the guidelines. There have been numerous benefits of this, and we all know the most important is we ensure the regulatory compliance of Reserve Bank of India. It helps us to ensure client protection, which we value a lot, and which we really our overarching goal is to support our borrowers in terms of their socio-economic development at large. And ultimately, the most important is to building the trust between the institution and the borrowers. That is really important. Over a period of years, we have been analyzing we get data from our members every quarter, how the grievance redressal mechanism is placed, the kind of complaint, the nature of complaint. We have witnessed that it has increased a bit also. We all know that RBI is quite particular, and if you see the last 2.5 years, where we all have witnessed a bit of challenges in the sector, the three key states which witnessed legislation, this grievance redressal mechanism is something that all the state governments have highlighted, and they always feel that this is something as an institution level, at a sectoral level, we need to strengthen. Today, we request all of you to feel free and share your experience. What are the practices that you follow at your institution, and what are the challenges, and how do you see we can strengthen it further? At Sa-Dhan, we will make a brief presentation on how it is covered from the regulation side, what are the key practices, the gaps, the challenges. Subsequently, we will have one presentation from the GRO of Spandana, and then we will discuss openly like what are the things, challenges and all, and subsequently way forward as well. So with this, I will take a pause and we request your active participation in the consultation meet so that we can have some concrete outcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Chandan. Now I am requesting Mr. Ardhendu Nandi to share a brief presentation.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So I have a small slide that comprises of around 8 to 10 slides on presentation. That's comprised of 8 to 10 slides. Then through this I am going to cover the regulatory framework of RBI, the self-reported data analysis, and also the Sa-Dhan initiative undertaken for the strengthening the CGRM system in the microfinance sector.
I hope the slides are visible to all of you.
Yes, your slides are visible.
Okay, fine, thank you. So first I'm going through the regulatory part, that is RBI Master Direction 2023, where actually it is some of the things are very mandatory and very requirement also from the customer client protection and CGRM point of view. First of is the establishment of given redressal mechanism. That is very important. Every organization should have a given redressal system in place. Then it should be approved by the board and it should be integrated with the MFI operation or customer service framework. Then it is should be this particularly to be given assigned high priority for the recovery related grievances, because RBI is very particular some of the grievances. One is the recoveries and second one is staff behavior also. So this that is why recovery is interlinked with the staff behavior. So that is why to give some means utmost priority on the recovery grievances. Now coming to the appointment of GRO, every organization should appoint GRO, means it's kind of mandatory, because he look up to ensure the resolution of the grievances. Then display of the GRO's name, contact details, then email ID in the branches, in the kind of business location and the website also. And there will be multi-channel publication through which you can distinguish the Miss GRO in system place and how to lodge complaint, etc. This is now coming to the fair practice code. Some provision RBI has already fair practice place in place, where some of the things are very important. They clearly mention. One is the promptly resolution. One is promptly resolution of the grievances with the second one is the proper communication. Third one is a clear disclosure of norms, particularly interest rate and terms and condition. Next. Now, scheme purpose of and scope, actually Reserve Bank of India Ombudsman scheme, that is it came into place from July 2026. So if any means any complaints is not addressed from the MFI side or partially addressed, then client has his always means they can approach to ombudsman scheme within 30 days. It is not resolved from the MFI side, means NBFC or whoever in multi. Then escalation mechanism should be clearly mentioned on how to they can approach to the ombudsman. Yeah. Not audible. Mic is placed. Okay. Now, actually, I am coming to the duties and board oversight under the RBI regulation and ombudsman scheme. Under the scheme, internal normal scheme direction, the final disclosure letter must feature clear RBI CMS portal, which customer management system portal, include a centralized receipt and processing center. Then internal ombudsman formal notes must become accompany cases escalated to the RBI. The strategic board review, a regular board evaluation of the RBI ombudsman decision, identify the repetitive system categories for proactive fixes. Then review by the customer education and protection departments, that is CEPD, for non-accepted IO decision. Now I am coming to step by step escalation and timeline paths. One is the first receipt of any grievances, means that should be clearly there given some channel through which they can capture or record all these complaints. Say for example, branches, toll free number, website, as well also now mobile apps also. So maybe some other option, but these are the mainly actually. But whatever they have a channel, that should be given opportunity so that they can register their complaint. Now, resolution and escalation. It should be resolved by the GRO. If rejected or partially resolved, auto escalation to internal ombudsman IO within the 20 days. Now coming to the if IO perform impartial audit, receive minimum 10 days window complete to review the network and complex issues. Next is the fourth step is the final MFI closure. Final decision issued to the borrower, absolute 30 days turnaround time applies for this. So every complaint should be resolved within 30 days time. Now core supervisory focus area, board approved policy should be there, as I told already. Appointment of GRO also already mentioned. Now multi-channel option is there. already, as I already mentioned, there will be some branches, some call centers, some of the mail, website, and also the mobile apps. These are the way the client can already register their complaint. Vernacular access communication materials should be printed in regional dialects and barriers. Now, already I told already this fair practice code compliance, that is already mentioned the various fair practice, transparency, communication, disclosure norms. Train review, share or review the recurring complaint within risk and board panel also. Early disclosure, communication details, complaint path during the early loan origination round, because this is very compulsory. Whenever loan origination happen, it should be given complete information to the clients, how to register, when to register, how to manage, what is the way they have to be complain their register their complaint. Stick 30 days that means turnaround time, enforce zero exception tracking to meet the strict turnaround deadlines. This is the actually data collected from our MFIs on the kind of self-reported data collected every quarter. So from that we have done some analysis. Every quarter means quarter one to this financial year quarter four. So from that we seen that is ups and downs on number. Some cases big jumps, some cases it's also even within the type of complaint there is some fluctuation we have also seen. So if you look into from by analysis data, we found that there is a 1.8 time jump in the complaint number from 2026 to 26 from 2023. Means within 3 years time there is a 1.8 times jump of complaint. That is I want to mean. Apart from that, there are three type of complaint mostly means in percent wise maximum. One is the credit bureau, then insurance settlement means credit link insurance settlement. Third one is disbursement also sometime, but otherwise these two is mainly this are maximum percentage. This is the percentage already mentioned. The credit link insurance, that is 23% out of total. Recovery practices 22%, credit bureau 21%, disbursement 30%, and others staff behavior also 21%. But it's keep on changing, but more or less within the range of this. It's not much fluctuated over the quarter, but within the range. Maybe this time 23, next time maybe 24 or 22. Some of the observed data from the data we collected from the MFI site, complaint and queries, there is some not clear actually kind of differentiate between the complaints and queries. They mix up sometimes. As a result, sometimes numbers goes up. Whenever we go back to the MFI to know that there is no clear defined means complaint, actual complaint queries. And within the subcategory, some of the difference also found, because some of the cases found that all the complaint they put into any other rather than giving specifically what type of complaint it is. This also insurance settlements also mix up with the other insurance also. That is another matter we found. We specifically mentioned in our data sheet credit link insurance, but some of them organization has mixed up the other insurance also. As a result, numbers sometimes fluctuate. Turnaround time also, because we need each and every type of turnaround time. Most of the cases we found they have not mentioned the turnaround time. Then reporting irregularities, select MFI remain irregular in sometimes some of the organizations not reporting every time. Say for example quarter one they reported, quarter two may not be reported. At least some complaints are received, but they should be reported on a regular basis. That is the humble request to all of you. Now Sa-Dhan strategic initiative. Sa-Dhan has taken some initiative to enhance the client protection and the given redressal system. One is the code of conduct. Sa-Dhan started code of conduct, first code of conduct 2007. At that time, no code of conduct in place. Sa-Dhan realized the need of the client protection and the given redressal and started code of conduct in 2007. After that, jointly developed the industry code of conduct along with the other SRR called MFIN. Now tools and operation manual, we also develop manual that is called full level GRM framework based on international client protection principle. operation CGRM manual also to guide establishing complete redressal system, focus on building trust and timely fair resolution. We have also developed some poster to make awareness and also to understand the given redressal policy by the staff as well as the client particularly. This should be actually not only developed and also given to the client or member MFI to display all the branches so that this borrower or my client can easily understand what they should do for lodging the complaint. So these are the not Hindi and English mostly at this moment we have developed. Now step by step resolution process. There is a step whose first lodge complaint to the local branches register. Second is toll free number escalation. SRR nodal officer Sa-Dhan support and formal RBI indication ombudsman system. These are the four level step actually. First, client should go to the complaint register through branch. Second is toll free number given to their passbook issued the printed on the permanently in their passbook. Apart from their own, there is some Sa-Dhan toll free number also. They can reach to Sa-Dhan also if they want to escalate the complaint. Training and financial literacy, we keep on giving training to the staff as well as the client to make them awareness, sensitize them so that they can understand the and they can do easily complain their register and get it resolved. So we have some staff conduct, borrower education, this kind of thing, education training as well as sensitized program we conduct time to time in the field for the employee staff as well as for their borrower. Now we have a toll-free number, that is we already had a temporary number but we have revamped and relaunch our toll-free number. This is AI driven. This number is already mentioned 180088999270. This is in Indian language, is 11 Indian languages including Hindi and English. So already this letter has gone to all the MFI to printed this number in their passbook issued to the client. If it is already old passbook issued, they should give at least sticker so that they can get the number and can access to Sa-Dhan whenever they require. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nandiji, for your brief presentation. Now I am moving towards the next segment. I am requesting Ms. Sandhya, who is a Grievance Redressal Officer of Spandana Spurti Financial Limited, to share the role of GRO in contribution of responsible and sustaining operation. Sandhya, the session is over to you.
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah.
Give me a...
Yes, you're.
Yeah, I'll just share the screen. Is the screen visible?
Yes.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all. Thank you, Sa-Dhan team, for providing this opportunity to me. As Nandi sir already has has already emphasized maximum points of the RBI regulations and grievance redressal mechanisms, I will just throw some light on how Spandana Spurti acts on it, and further to more what actually we have done. Most of it has been implemented, and how we are thinking to move ahead further next way. What we are looking at Spandana. In terms of grievance redressal mechanism. So, as already informed by Nandi sir, we should have an board approved grievance redressal mechanism policy, a dedicated grievance redressal officer alongside nodal officer and internal ombudsman escalation point should be available, and the grievance redressal officer and nodal officer details should be mentioned in the website or wherever feasible in branch offices, uh, branch posters, head office as posters as well. That also should be mentioned. Contact details of escalation channels. This is also one of the RBI regulation that has been implemented by Spandana. Contact details of escalation channels. For example, level 1, the borrower should contact the branches. Level 2, the borrower can contact if not satisfied with to the CSS department or the customer support service team. If not satisfied, they can also write to directly to the grievance redressal officer. And if at all he is not satisfied with all these channels, he or she can approach the nodal office. If at all, then also he's not satisfied. He's also not satisfied with the resolution provided by the nodal officer. He can directly write to the RBI ombudsman. This kind of contact details of escalation channels should be mentioned. So that's another RBI regulation. Complaint register to be maintained. So every branch should maintain a complaint register, either in a link format or in or a means we can say that as a CRM format or a manual book should be maintained. Whatever complaints that come into branches to customer support service points, they should be recorded. Define tags for the complaint resolution. Whatever the complaints that the customers raise, the borrowers raise, there should be defined tags for each and every kind of a category of a complaint. As already told, RBI ombudsman details should be communicated to the customers. The contact escalation channels that should be there. That should be the last level of escalation level. Periodic reporting of complaints to the senior management or board. So whatever complaints that are being registered for the quarter, those have to periodically reviewed by the senior management and the board. So these are some of the RBI regulations relating to customer grievance redressal policy or mechanism. So as a GRO, so we have to ensure that whatever the RBI regulates, whatever the RBI has given the guidelines, every under that framework, we have to ensure the borrower rights are protected and the continuous work is done towards customer service and customer experience enhancement. For that, what we can do as a what Spandana and GRO for Spandana, what we have done and what we do and what we follow is uh, customer communication. First, whatever customer comes, for example, brings in an issue, we ensure that the communication happens or acknowledgement happens immediately within 24 hours, or at least if it's an email borrower has written, that should the acknowledgement goes to the customer within 2 working days. So that is a maximum tat we follow at Spandana, and ensure that timely updates are also given. Suppose a complaint is registered, so a timely update has to be provided to the customer that this is the tat within which we will be getting back to you. So the timely date along with the timeline. For example, if it's 21 days or 30 days or 20 days, whatever timeline, or 7 days, according to the category of the complaint, the communication is given to the customer. Uh, Next is escalation management. Escalation management, whatever complaints come in, internal escalation channels are maintained at Spandana, wherein we ensure that whatever complaints have been escalated from the customer are redirected to the respective proper department at the right time. Suppose, for example, a department, we have internal SLAs developed. In that SLA, we have to ensure that the, suppose, for example, if it's a financial complaint, finance and accounts team has to address it. Within 2 working days, they have to get back to the customer support service department with the required resolution. So these are some of the escalation management systems that we have built in within Spandana. So in this has to means uh, means what we can say, uh, whatever escalation we are doing in, that has to uh, be ensured that if we have given the customer with a 21 days of timeline, the 21 days is met within that internal escalation SLAs. So next comes is the maintenance of the complaint records. Each and every complaint that comes in, a ticket is raised and ticket has to be raised, and the ticket as a reference number should be provided to the customer. So next is against this ticket number, when we escalate to the respective departments, we have to ensure that once the complaint is resolved, the root cause analysis is also performed on this ticket. And once the root cause analysis is done, we get to a conclusion that where the mistake has been done, where the mistake has happened, or from where the complaint has come in, why the complaint has come in, how many such complaints exist at the field or at the ground level. We have to ensure that all these are addressed perfectly, so that next these kind of complaints do not come in. So root cause analysis helps us in these manners. Next, regulatory compliance, whatever RBI guidelines are given, we have to ensure that the compliance is maintained properly, and everything is complied within 30 days for the customer to uh, give the resolution, proper resolution. Management reporting. So next comes is management reporting. Whatever tickets are registered, complaints come in from each and every channel, um, that has to be reported to the management on a quarterly basis. Customer awareness. So customer has to be aware of the ticket number that has to be sent to his WhatsApp, or that has to be sent to his email address. So this awareness, we are ensuring that once the customer reaches out to the GRO, this is maintained properly. Timely resolution. So whatever time we are committing to the customer, within that time the resolution has to be perfectly completed. So whatever resolution we are giving, we have to ensure that that has to be in a fair and unbiased manner. So the fair from a customer perspective point of view, fair from a company point of view, because so as a GRO, we have to always have a neutral opinion and act neutrally, without any biases. So that basically serves the GRO's major roles and uh, rights which has to be executed internally within an organization. So internal grievance framework. So as I have already spoken about this, so acknowledgement we give to the customer within 1 to 2 working days. um, Next, if we register a complaint and that has to be escalated to the internal ombudsman, we ensure that that has to be escalated within 20 days, and the final resolution within 30 days should be communicated to the customer. So these are some of the complaint categorizations that we have internally done and seen over the past 2 years. Major category of complaints that we receive: borrowers come in telling that they require new loan. So that's one of the major criteria of complaint. Overdue related issues in credit information reporting. Borrower CIBIL is affected due to some overdue that is shown against his loan. Insurance claim settlement delays. So insurance claim borrower has applied for, and borrower has not received the claim yet, and loan amount has not been received though it is sanctioned. And agent and behavior recovery practices, branch recovery practices, behavior issues. So these are some of the complaint categorizations, and we have named internally to ensure that properly the complaints that come in are put in onto the right bracket, so that next root cause analysis can be done properly by the company. Some of the region-wise trends also is displayed here. Uh, Majorly, the complaints that percolate within Spandana goes from Bihar and Madhya Pradesh. Most of the complaints. Next comes Odisha, Karnataka, and Maharashtra. So major five states which contribute to the complaint trends. So some of the best practices which we are thinking as a way forward and trying to inculcate into our processes and procedures day in day out. We always try and see how we can put customer first in all grievance handling activities. Ensure customers can easily raise their concerns through branches, helplines, email, or digital channels. At least we ensure that borrowers have the convenience in their local language in each of the channel that borrower contacts us. Maintain zero tolerance for customer harassment. Any customer who raises concerns related to recovery behavior or related issues, or behavior related issues, That is a zero tolerance. There is a zero tolerance to it. Provide timely and transparent updates on the complaint status. When we are registering a complaint, the timely and transparent update of what has happened in the complaint, how the complaint is ongoing, what is the status of the complaint is provided to the should be provided and is provided to the customer or the borrower. Periodic staff training on customer service and grievance handling. So training team conducts periodic training on this, and customer support team ensures that the training from a customer service point of view is given to the training team. So train the trainer, certain programs that we run in internally. So that is one of the major best practice. Next is root cause analysis, what I have spoken about. Whatever the customer provides the feedbacks on, or we also track the feedbacks through simple customer satisfaction score surveys, CSAT surveys, net promoter score surveys. With these surveys, we ensure that whatever feedbacks the customer gives is recorded properly and that are taken care and escalated to the right forum internally, so that the product, services, processes can be improved finally to get a proper customer experience, good customer experience. So this is what all about the role of grievance redressal officer to maintain a sustainable handling of grievances. Thank you for this opportunity, Sa-Dhan team. Over to you.
Thank you, Sandhya. Thank you for this detailed presentation. We have two questions from our participant. If you can answer
Sure,
that.
sure, sure.
Is there any specific board committee that reviews customer grievance in the quarter?
Yes, yes, we have internal board.
And internal board. And when client calls toll-free number, is there also guidance there in the call that client can reach out to RBI in case they are not satisfied with the resolution?
So we do ensure that this is communicated via email. But wherever there is non-satisfaction, we ensure that the rest of the escalation matrices borrowers are guided to our Spandana Spurti website for the escalation metrics. Directly telling the customer that you can reach out to RBI would be a very rude can be rude from our point of view. But however, we ensure that the guidance is given to the customer that for if you're not satisfied, there is an escalation matrix that is there in the website. You can check that matrix for your convenience.
Thank you, Sanya. I'm requesting everyone, if you have any query, post it on the chat box. We'll take it up. And we are also requesting you, we have already posted the link for the WhatsApp group in the chat box. Please join the group.
So, Sandhya, just one small query.
Yes.
Uh, what is the percentage of complaint and query? The total, whatever you received the request in Spandana. So, what is the percentage of complaint and query?
So queries are, we can say, sir, it's around 75 to 75%. Rest, we can say 29 to 30% is categorized as a complaint.
Okay. Thanks, Sandhya. And once again, we have shared the link of the WhatsApp group. Please do join. It will important to keep us posted on the new development or anything happen at a sectoral level. We also request all the participants based on we have had two wonderful presentations that covers the regulatory side that we have witnessed that the complaint has gone up in last 3 years, and we have seen the nature of complaint. Even we have seen that query, like what Sandhya has said, the percentage of query is close to 70%. We would like to understand participants from different member institutions, how things are placed there, what are the good practices, what are the challenges you feel, what are the things you feel a bit difficult to comply with as per the regulatory guideline, and how we can work together to ensure this aspect, which is really, really important, for the institution as well as at the sector at large. So we will spend 5-10 minutes while discussing this, and then subsequently we will go on the next agenda item. So we will just open to all if anyone would like to share any of their view on any of these.
Sir, good afternoon. Soman here. Soman Nair here from Ashirwad. Can you hear, sir? Uh,
Good afternoon, please.
yeah. Nandi, sir, this is Soman Nair. I used to be in regular touch with Nandi, sir. So, very formal. We used to have a very formal talks with each other. So I have one query. In general, we have been receiving staff complaints. So I am basically a banker. I got retired from a bank, nationalized bank, and then I joined in Ashirwad. I have found here in MFIs, staff complaints are generally being projected in a higher means number. That one of the reason maybe misbehavior, and again the same complaint is being raised through RBI. So my concern is, as I have found since last 1.5 year over here. Being an MFI staff, or collection officer, or a personal whoever is going for the collection, this all our MFIs might be facing, if I am not wrong. The thing is, these people, poor people, they start early in the morning at 6 or 7 o'clock. They go for a collection, and they as naturally it is a high pressure from the our companies to get the collection zero bucket, 60 days, 30 days, whatever it may be. So zero bucket is very very important. They go there. So in the morning when you are going, sir, at 7 o'clock, I'm going to contact the customer. The customer says, "Yeah, abhi paisa nahi hai." You come at 10 o'clock. Okay, that fellow goes at 10 o'clock. Again, he is given the same reply. You come at 2 o'clock. That poor fellow again goes. Then the same reply. Evening, again the same reply. Then he is told, you come at night, and then the amount is not. He's not getting the amount. Now there is an heated exchange between both of them. Because being, suppose I am an FDA who is a collecting agent. Obviously, after 5 times on the same day, I'm coming there, and if you are, and at the end of the day, I'm not getting the collection. So obviously, I generally there may be some hot conversation. I may ask them, okay, you are just unnecessarily harassing. Now the point is, at this juncture, the customer complains. So I generally don't take this staff. I always favor the staff. But now the issue is, these type of complaints are being represented through RBI, and these poor people are being penalized. So I am very much against this. So this is my submission, that such cases where genuine such staff complaints should be genuinely taken care by RBI before taking the complaint. Because if you see that customer's account, that loan might be irregular. So this is a very big concern. Our problem is, our staff being a regular staff, being a sincere staff, many times we have to take a letter, or we have to issue a memo to him to please our customer and to give it to RBI. So my request would be, because you people are directly presenting your this thing, whatever you are collecting from all different MFIs, you can give a suggestion. Genuine complaints should be taken care with regards to RBI. And many a times, even after our proper reply and specific reply, RBI generally gives a penalty. And now, as you know, as for recent changes, IO is given the power. So IO means he is as good as an RBI. So we are also helpless in such cases. So this is one of my submission. And I have gone through your AI, this portal, which your Nandi sir told me, and I tried that number. So I contacted in almost all the languages except a few, one or two. So it is working very well. So that is my submission. And as in general, whatever that Madam Sandhya Madam said, we are also following the same thing. We are customer centric, and whatever our as per our RBI rules and regulations, we are very much following that. The TAT is again within 30 days we are resolving it. We get the moment the complaint is registered, it is coming to us GRM. We take care of the customers within a day or two. If we are able to get it resolved, we resolve it on hand here only. Only after second day, if we feel that it has to be, given to the concerned department, then only we pass on to them. And as the major states, as it was shown in that Spandana's case also, Bihar is again a state where more concerns are with regards to this type of complaints. Bihar, UP, MP, and
Yeah.
now recently Calcutta, West Bengal. So that is the thing. And to be frank, we are very much as per RBI norms only. We positively try to see that customers' complaints are settled. The moment it is settled, we call them, and we also take a feedback. And we have internally made an arrangement that we call the customer. We have a call, means through our headphones only, so that we can have this thing recording, and we get a good that is being recently started since last 5 to 6 months, that we are doing it. And regular progress and regular changes we are doing in our system. We have a module for GRM, so which is taking care everything well in a well mannered way. Even if complaints are already issued or already registered or resolved, we get a history from that. So that all things we have managed. And you can see our data also. Whatever complaint previous last year, our complaints were a huge number. Now this year we have few brought it down 50%. So that is the development we have done, sir.
Thank you so much, and thank you for raising this important concern. I am sure, like last couple of years, we all have witnessed a kind of behavioral change among our borrowers,
Yeah.
and that has been one of the region. Southern is continuously organizing lot of awareness program, financial literacy program for our borrowers, and where we strongly feel that along with responsible lending, responsible borrowing is equally important. We keep this is something that's our focus area as well, and we know, but this is a important concern. We would like to know from other members as well what has been their experience at field and how they are dealing with such situations in terms of with the regulatory framework. So maybe if others would like
Yeah.
to share their experience
Good,
and
good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Sa-Dhan, for organizing this very important uh, discussion on grievance management, which basically gives the pulse of the industry and tells us what exactly are going right and what is not going right. Just to answer Chandanji's question on what other people reaction are to this, maybe this customer calling 10 times to the recovery officer is probably not correct, but this is a symptom of a larger issue, which could be probably he has been over indebted, he has no repayment capacity. So he's just trying to avoid, confrontation with the customer by calling him 10 times and thinking that maybe, he can buy a day. So we need to look at deeper issues rather than just at the surface level to understand, maybe study a sample of customers who have been calling more than twice, thrice as to what exactly is the problem, because the problem is not that customer wants to do it, on a purposefully. There is an underlying issue beneath that, which needs to be looked into, and probably, solutions can be found. Having said that, Chandanji, I have few points to make, obviously, which is part of this very important discussion. Number one, though we say that, we have a complaint register and everybody's tracking complaints and things are happening. I would slightly disagree on this because, having, if we were to look back at the 2010 Andhra Pradesh issue or later state microfinance bills, which has come up as near as 2026, I feel it is because of a mechanism which has not self-corrected the system through the grievance redressal measures. Had there been a self-correcting mechanism, that buffer would have been built and it would have not escalated into a situation where a layer above RBI and Sa-Dhan would have been required by the state to, get to the issue of the customers and have another protective layer for them to be protected. So when we say that we have all the complaints and the grievance of the customers, is there some correlation with customer satisfaction or customer survey which has been done for that group of customer? Because we may have a very small complaint from the customer, but is it being corroborated by a similar customer survey or a customer satisfaction survey, so that my complaints and my satisfaction of customers are on the same scale? Because this now it is giving a very one-sided picture as to what the complaints are. That is number one. Number two,
Sir, sir, just one is a small request. Our request you to keep it as brief as possible so that we can listen others and conclude our meeting at a
I'll
stipulated
do
period of
that.
time.
But if we overlook these important issues, we may be discussing the same issues again and again.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So along with the quantity, I think the quality of discussion also needs to be looked into.
Of course, of course.
Second one is
Please, please.
the customer at their level, at their educational level, whether they are able to distinguish whether I'm talking to a bank, SLP, MFI, or a NBFC. So does he has the mechanism to register the complaints? Is he aware as to what type of entity I'm dealing with? So that is the basic standard point where though we have a complaints data, probably we don't have the whole universe because half of the customers are not aware how to reach the grievance mechanism channel. So that is second issue. And the third one is
True.
that, while the channels are made only for the regulated and SRO members, a lot of the issues get generated by the non-unregulated and the local operators. So there has to be some mechanism of getting these operators getting highlighted and getting, highlighted in the system so that we clearly segregate and bring it to the state level that these of the issues are created by the non-operated, non-regulated entities. And these are the things which were created in the regulated entities and they have been proactively actioned into. So with this, I think grievance mechanism has a very big role. And just like compliance, if it is just looked at as something residual for the organization, I'm sure the industry knows what its impacts can be. Thanks, Chandanji, for giving me a time to speak so much.
Nee, thank you so much, sir. I think all the points are quite important, and we completely agree that grievance redressal is very, very important for all of us, and particularly in considering the current scenario with a lot of focus from the RBI, and of course, with there are multiple, different kind of lenders also, so it's quite important. we have representative from Muthoot, from Annapurna or any other who would like to share, else we will go on the next agenda item if they have anything to share in terms of their practices. If they have witnessed anything in particular region or particular geography, that will also helpful to understand considering the diverse nature of our
Yeah,
country.
because
So
just to conclude why I went through so many issues, if you look at the top three complaints, it has remained same in the last 10 years. Nothing has changed in the last 10
बिल्कुल
years. So that is
nothing
the
else.
reason why we need to look at differently if we want to get those top three out of the chart.
No, I do agree, sir. I do agree. So, any other officials would like to share anything? Okay, for anything, we can always write to us at sro@sardhan.org. We will be happy to get back or discuss separately also if there is anything pertinent. We would like to go on the next agenda, and that is primarily with every quarter we share, a template on this, and we would like to we will just show the template. We would like to understand if you have any feedback on that template. You feel that any modification, any changes is required to get the comprehensive picture. So we would be happy if you can share your feedback. You get this template every quarter. We just thought that since we are discussing at large, so it will be good to get your feedback on this. So hope the template is visible to all of you. I guess you can see the Excel file.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's
So this is
visible,
the
visible, Chairman.
we receive every quarter, and we would like to get your feedback. Do you feel that it is fine or it require any changes, any modification? Again, with the overarching goal of getting the comprehensive picture. You can just scroll it down a bit.
Different type of complaint. There is interest rate, excessive charges. Under this, there are subcategories also. Maybe all the parameters are sufficient.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, everything is covered, sir. Almost we have gone through that, and almost whatever universally whatever is needed, you have covered it, sir.
But
The query.
as I told already, we found some of the organization, not particularly XOZ, so they are putting, say for the recovery related number is say 20, or they are putting in any other without giving any specific what type of complaint it is. So that should not be, otherwise we will be not knowing what kind of complaint in this particular category.
Yeah, but we have one observation while going through the data that we get every quarter, and we request all the GROs to kindly, go through before your team submit the data because many times we don't get the comprehensive picture. Many columns remain unfilled, and that create a problem for us to understand how things have been. So that exactly, even we also agree that the template is complete, more or less it's complete. The only thing is we all need to fill it up properly so that we can we can focus on the entire sector, how things have been at the institution level as well as at the sectoral level. This is quite important to take it up with the while submitting when we submit these information to the Reserve Bank, they often get back to us asking further information about particular issue or particular information to that matter. So that would be our request if to all our members to kindly ensure that it gets properly filled up and That would be one thing we would like to urge upon. If you can just minimize it. So,
Chandanji, can we this is Subrat from Annapurna.
yeah,
Right.
Subrat. Hi, Subrat.
So I just on this format. So because we send it across every quarter. Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
but there are some observations which I think right now I'm not because having that information, but I have few observations
Mhm.
which I think I can say share later on. Is it fine with you?
So it's absolutely fine. Whenever you get time, whenever you have any
Yes,
observation, please feel to share.
sure,
We are ready to make modification, improvement always actually. We need a feedback
sure,
actually.
sure.
And this is some.
Camera on.
So, any other point you would like, any of you would like to share, or because we have completed all our agenda item, any colleagues of Sa-Dhan who have, I mean, Karthik, if you would like to share anything, or any other colleagues of Sa-Dhan, Souvik, you are also there. So, if anything you would like to share or highlight, or any of participants, else we can conclude this meeting. Okay, fair. Should we conclude? So, I think it has been quite a wonderful interaction. This has been the first meeting on the GRO and to understand the grievance redressal. And this is something we would like to continue every quarter. I think that will help us to understand the situation in different geography and how different institutions are mitigating the impact and how the best practices, because it's also equally important to share the best practices with the Reserve Bank and with our peers as well, so that others can also implement and incorporate those best practices in their institutions. So that is something, this is something we would organize every quarter. We would like to understand also, and we will keep sharing the various guidelines of Reserve Bank or any other practices on the dedicated WhatsApp group also. We will share the minutes of this meeting with all of you, and we would request your support to make this system really sound and strong. That's really need of the hour for our sector. So with this, we once again sincerely thank each one of you for joining the meeting and sharing your view. Thank you so much, Sandhya, for the wonderful presentation. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Chandra
Hello.
sir, thank you.
Hello. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, yes.
Sir, are you able to hear? I am Ravichandran from Sangamitra.
Yeah, please, we can hear you, please.
I am taking care of GRO, Grievance Redressal Officer.
Yes, sir.
So I get the calls from customer. So in various languages, we deal with Karnataka, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra.
Mhm.
So we solve it the customer grievances immediately on the top priority. I'm
That's really nice.
yeah, I am noticed. I am registering in the register, then raising the IT ticket. IT ticket with the respective
Okay.
regions. If it is Gulbarga, it is Gulbarga RM and MIS officer. If it is Latur, I am marking to the respective managers. So it is solved. The turnaround time is very short. It is hardly half an hour to in a day. I am solving it from Sangamitra.
That's really good to know, sir. I mean, that is really a nice practice.
I just request you, if you have a miss, so if you are a miss given it a system in place and you are resolving the all the client issues and resolve complaints, it should be recorded and reported to us also, because we usually
Sir,
don't get
we
data
are
from.
reporting it to Sa-Dhan in a particular format. We are doing it, sir. How many cases we attended for the quarter? For example, 65 cases, 64 are solved in a day's time, and one cases may take specially one additional day. In that way, we have submitted the reports.
Fine, that's the issue. But say for example, you receive 20 or 25, whatever number you receive, what kind of this complaint it is, how long actually take time to resolve, and it should be resolved or not resolved, that details should be given, because our if you look into our template, or we ask all these details. So we want this kind of information on a regular basis, means every quarter.
Sure.
That is the only request.
Sure, sir.
Thank you so much for sharing this, and thank you for maintaining this good practice at Sanghmitra.
Thank you, sir.
So,
I'm very happy to coordinate with the customers. Actually, they are very happy.
Just awareness.
so yeah, thank you so much, sir. And once again, thank you each one of you, and we will of course keep in touch on regular basis. Thank you. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Sir.